God, what? Wrong light, wrong light. Oh my God. What? Oh my God, where's my glasses? Oh, these are the wrong glasses. Where's my glass? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot believe what just happened. Oh my God. They did it. They did it. They did it. Why now? I can't let you wait anymore. Here's Evil Malone just for you. Where's the 11? F11. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. They banned Badgermole Cub. They banned Storm Chaser's talent. They banned Gran. This morning, when I heard they will be banned in restricted announcements, I thought there would be nothing. Nothing. Why? Because, oh my God. We have a new set soon. We have rotation in yes, it's 6 months, but it's in 6 months. So I thought there would be enough. Badgermole? Storm Chaser's talent and Gran? Brother. This is insanity. I don't know anything more. I saw this, I turned on the PC, the rest is history, you just saw it. In Legacy and Vintage, Fantastic Car is banned and restricted, both. Oh my God, howdy gamers, howdy Carmen Clump parents. Oh my God, should I go to the other side? No, I should just zoom out slightly so we can all read it. Okay. My name is Carmen Clump parents. Hi, I love you so much, and I'm a senior game designer on Magic's Play Design team. After an exciting modern Pro Tour in Amsterdam, it was, just a few weeks ago, we're setting our sight on Standard as we gear up for its season of regional championship qualifiers. Let's freaking go. Standard isn't the only format getting attention. However, and we'll be talking about some Magic's... I can't even read. Standard isn't the only format getting attention. However, and we'll be talking about some of Magic's most popular formats. What? Okay, maybe I don't know English enough, but I thought however would be not be followed by an and. Oh, it's Standard isn't the only format getting attention, however. And we'll be, okay, as usual, we'll be on the weekly MTG on Twitch Magic tomorrow, August 11. I won't be here. I will be on, oh my God, I can't even think straight. This is crazy. This is crazy. To talk through the changes, okay, yeah. October 12th, Jeebus, Standard. Wait. What? Who's Jadine Clump parents? What? Is that even a person on the team? Am I stupid? Where's the names of the people? There it is. Jadine. Oh, there she is. Okay, I thought that... Okay, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I thought there was a mix-up. So let's get... Oh my God. I'm so sorry, everybody. Written by Jadine Clump parents. Badgermole Cub is banned. I cannot believe this. Of all the things they ban, I cannot believe that they're actually banning Badgermole Cub. Storm Chaser's talent is banned, Gran is banned. For the last several months, Standard has been headlined by 2 strategies that are clearly ahead of the pack. Badgermole Cub-based strategies in green and various decks utilizing blue-red non-creature spells. Alright, for most of this time, the gap between those 2 strategies and the rest of the format was discernible, but not insurmountable, and many decks could find success each weekend. That is true, but it always felt like you were the luckiest chump on the universe to be able to destroy these 2 decks. The Standard metagame was diverse and changed over time. I think Lessons will still be good without Gran, you know? So yeah, it will be more a control kind of style, but it's still fine. The Standard metagame was diverse and changed over time, okay. The green decks evolved from Euroboroid decks to natural rhythm decks to landfall strategies. I mean, we still have the Euroboroid Nature's Rhythm decks, you know? They didn't go anywhere. The blue-red deck splintered into Is It Prowess, Is It Lessons, and Is It Spelementals, 100%. We saw new decks like Mardu Discard, 4-color control emerge. Yes, those are just Is It on steroids. Not the Mardu Discard, I mean the 4-color control. During this period, Standard had some problems, but it was healthy overall, and we elected to not ban cards during our updates to ban and restricted list. Yeah, we all felt the same, my friends. No need to talk about it. Recently, the gap between the top decks and the rest of the field has widened. The biggest development is the new Badgermole Cub deck called Selesnya Offense that has emerged as the strongest green variant. It's a pretty good deck, you know, it's Selesnya is just strong. If you find, I mean, this is an example of a deck that evolved over the last few months so greatly that is a real freaking threat now. It is just a real freaking threat. Like previous variants that incorporate nature's rhythm and focus on the ending the game as quickly as possible. Yes, turn 3. With the help of practice, often some sequence of 6 Haven. We had also the bunny that has an offspring for 3. So you play that on turn 3, you know, and then you have a board that is so wide it's crazy. This iteration is more resilient and difficult to attack thanks to its utility lands and the creature suit focused on resilience, blah 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 blah. Yes, but this is not the problem. This is just an okay card, you know, for 4 mana. Hey, this is fair. This is fair. You know, it's a legendary creature for 4 mana that has a hexproof counter. You know, all the rest is just, it's okay. It's a legendary creature. In my opinion, they can be strong. That is the problem that I have with the Ouroboros. You know, the Ouroboros, in my opinion, feels like a legendary creature. Not having to worry about Ouroboros on turn 3 is such a game changer. Oh my god, I can't even fathom. I mean, this was already oppressive enough. We still have Llanowar Elf, you know? It will still be out on turn 3 if, like, the stars align for them. Even if not, it will still be out on turn 3, you know? But it's not the white board that you get with it. Having the Llanowar Elf, plus the land that is now a man land, you know? Plus the Badgermole Cub. That means that now on turn 3, you know, you have the 2 mana on your board, plus the 4 mana from those dudes, means you get another creature, if not 2 little dudes out, plus the Ouroboros is too much. It's too easy. So I totally get that they had to ban this freaking Badgermole. Oh my god, there is more glorious text! The world of competitive Magic has largely shifted its attention to Modern over the last 2 months. Even I played a lot of Modern in those times. With the Modern Regional Championship Qualifier season and Pro Tour Magic the Gathering Marvel Superheroes receiving the brunt of competitive pressure. Because of this, there haven't been high-level tournaments for Selesnya Offense to succeed in. And our picture of the shape of the standard metagame is fuzzier than it would be if standard were under a higher degree of competitive pressure. They have so much arena to take from, so why are they not using that? Despite, and I mean only best of 3 standard, you know? I'm not talking about best of 1. Despite this lack of in-person tournaments to look at, the story told by our data from MTG Arenas. I'm sorry, I should have read one more sentence, but this just shows how happy I am about this. Selesnya offense has the highest win rate by a large margin, winning over 57 of its matches, and it also was the 2nd highest play rate. Normally highest play rate. Normally win rates fall as play rates climb. Okay. Decks can maintain high win rates while also having high play rates. Are large threats to the balance of formats. I'm sorry, English is not my first language. Sometimes I read sentences as if they were in German. In fact, the overall profile of the Selesnya offense deck is in our data. Is very similar to what Vivi Ornithyr's and Agata Soul Quadrant's data looked like at the time that we banned Vivi Ornithyr. So Arena has luckily influence on Standard. That is pretty good to hear. Most of the time when a new deck breaks onto the scene with a high win rate and quick pickup steam, it's not cause for alarm. It's just a deck that people like to play. That's normal. It takes time for players to figure out how to play against the new strategy and adapt their sideboard and strategies to face it. In this case, Selesnya Offense is not a brand new deck. It's an evolution of one of the format's pillars and represents a new balance of resilience and speed with a few weaknesses. It's true. The combination of a sustained high win rate and play rate in our data, in addition to Badgermole Cub's history of dominance, is concerning. Badgermole is just too crazy for all the decks. Rather than wait for the upcoming Standard RCQ season to prove that Selesnya Offense will be problematic for in-person Standard, we're electing to act now. I really applaud that so much. Banning cards in Standard is something we take very seriously, as you should. We generally err toward being conservative. Okay, that means maybe to steer toward something. Toward being conservative with changes in Standard. Standard being stable is important for its long-term health. The risk that this Standard format becomes severely imbalanced and not fun to play is high enough for us to take action today. Thank you so much, Wizards. You're acting on so many people's happiness here. You make so many people happy. You make so many people just go, F yeah, man. I still will not curse. I'm so close to it. Our goal with today's change is to pave the way for a Standard to be fun and diverse format as competitive pressure returns to it. Thank you, Wizards. Badgermole Cub is the clear choice for a card to ban from Selesnya Offense. Badgermole Cub has been an extremely powerful and format-defining card in Standard ever since it was released. We've discussed it at length in several previous ban and restricted announcements. It is a cheap threat that demands an immediate answer and lets its controller develop an insurmountable mana advantage. The pressure Badgermole Cub exerts on decks to be able to answer a 2-mana creature forces them to value mana efficiency highly and compresses the format in unhealthy ways. That is so true. Everything being like destroy you on turn 3 is too crazy, but Badgermole was needed because we had all the other cards that we will be talking about soon. Without Badgermole Cub, Standard will be more fun and have more breathing room. Yes. Yes. It's like back then when we had the Chainsaw Massacre. No, not the Chainsaw. The Meat Hook Massacre. When we had that, you couldn't play creature decks. It was just too crazy easy to just wipe the board and make you suffer for having creatures. It was crazy. Our data shows that Standard has 3 distinct decks at the top in terms of metagame share. We've discussed the top deck in terms of win rate at length already, Selesnya Offense. The other 2 most played decks are MtgA Lessons and Is It Prowess, which represent the blue-red side of this Standard environment's historic dichotomy, whatever. What it means is that we have these 2 decks, you know, green and white, green and blue-red. To prevent one of these established decks from taking over as the best deck in the format after banning of Badgermole Cub, we are electing to also ban cards from Is It Prowess and a card from MtgA Lessons. I think Gran was way more than MtgA Lessons, way more. We don't need to talk about this deck. I think removing Gran makes the meta a little bit more viable because you have no turn 5 Jeskai Revelation anymore, you know? It was too easy. A turn 5 Jeskai Revelation is crazy. It's an 8 mana spell. Where is it? Is it 8 mana? I forgot. What? Oh, this is the Is It Prowess. Where's the Jeskai Lessons? Here it is. Where are you, Jeskai Revelation? Here. It's a 7 mana spell. Playing it on turn 6, okay. But on turn 5, come on, man. A little too early, you know? So where were I? Okay, here we were. Is It Prowess has been strongest among the various blue-red variants for a while. That's true. It is a fast and aggressive deck capable of winning the game early while also maintaining a high degree of interaction. I remember when I was at my first RC, everybody was playing Is It Prowess. I was playing Jeskai Eyeball. That is what I played. Watching Is It Prowess during the Standard environment has taught us that we need to be more deliberate with prowess and cards that reward cheap spells in a 3-year Standard schedule. Yes? Absolutely. Thank you. I couldn't have worded it better. You have to adapt to the 3-year Standard schedule, and I think if you already designed sets before that but push them into the 3-year Standard, that is a huge problem. A larger card pool leads to greater access to cheap spells. Exactly. Storm Chaser's Talent is It Prowess Keystone card. In case you don't know, it's this one. And the card we're electing to ban. Very good. Storm Chaser's Talent is a 1-mana card that lets Is It Prowess pull off 2 fast starts and give the deck a strong late game thanks to interaction with Boomerang Basics. Strong late game? Bro, this is strong early game. If you have 2 Boomerang Basics and one Storm Chaser's Talent, that means that you have 3 dudes on the field. What? It's too easy, and they buff each time that you play a Boomerang Basics into another Storm Chaser's Talent. You just buff it even more, and you draw a card each time. You know what I mean? That is just absolutely insane. This combination of early game and late game strengths, like, I'm so happy that they banned. Like, so happy. So happy. The combination of early game and late game strength and something that we think is inappropriate for a 1-mana card. Go figure. Go figure. Cards that... I mean, we had this problem since always. This town isn't big enough. Like, that was already a problem. Why didn't they ban this from the start? I don't get... But I'm happy. I'm happy they did it. I just think back at how long this freaking dude is, like, chasing our dreams like a sleep paralysis demon. I still couldn't say it right. Sleep paralysis demon. Why is this word so hard? Cards that cheap shouldn't be so well-rounded and shouldn't compete with more expensive cards as the game goes long. Okay, with Storm Chaser's Talent, blue-red decks will be a little slower without it and easier to overcome in the late game. That is absolutely true. Thank you. We don't even have to look at it to get the deck. It's clear what the deck looks like. Lesson decks are blue-red variant. Lessons deck are a blue-red variant that have been consistently strong in Standard since the release. Jeskai Lessons is a new evolution of them that incorporates Tablet of Discovery, Jeskai Revelation to gain a powerful late game. On turn 6, it's fine, you know, but not sooner. It's one of the variants variations of blue-red that doesn't commonly play Stormchaser's talent, and it has the highest player rate in Standard on the MTG Arena, because it's so strong in the late game. To prevent Lessons variants from taking the top slot in the next iteration of Standard, we're choosing to ban Gran. It does make sense. Spells that cost 2 only costing 1 is a huge difference. I mean, do I even need to tell you that if you play only spells that cost 1 instead of 2, and you get the value for a 2-mana spell, but now your spells only cost 1, you get double the value because you can play 2 of those spells for the price of 1. I don't have to do the math. It's pretty easily to understand. Is my microphone even on? Oh my god. I just checked it now. What an idiot. Alright, so where were we? Gran is a powerful mana engine for lesson decks. It's also crazy that it's 2 cards from Avatar. Like Badgermole Cub, it demands a quick answer due to its snowbally nature. Like Stormchaser's talent, it's an appropriately threatening 1 mana card that provides too much late game advantage for a card that costs 1 mana. Exactly. Gran is in a unique spot as Jeskai Lessons is a light on creatures, making counterplay against the deck more difficult. It demands an answer, but creature removal is weak against the rest of Jeskai Lessons' deck. That is also true. You needed to pull in removal just for a Gran, maybe Thor, but we even plays Thor, you know? With all 3 of today's bans, we're acting to improve the metagame diversity of Standard and slow down the format. The biggest gameplay issue of this Standard environment has been its speed. Yes. The strongest cards and strategies have forced decks to interact earlier to compete in a metagame, putting immense pressure on decks to compress their mana curves as much as possible. There's so many things I wanted to say that are just said in the article, so I will not say them anymore. Badgermole Cub decks have historically been capable of winning games as early as turn 3 easily, and they commonly win on turn 4 or 5. Izzet Prowess is similarly capable of ending games in the early turns. This is faster than we want Standard to be. Thank you. That's all we have to say about it. Magic Design has learned much from this particular Standard environment. Fair. It's super okay to admit problems, that you have learned from something. If this is true and Standard will be more fun in the future, thank you very much. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you learning and also putting this learning to us players having a better environment to play in. We've greatly increased our level of scrutiny, and 1 and 2 mana cards demand an answer to prevent early snowbally starts. Thank you. Similarly, we've put a lot of thought and energy into what we want the speed of Standard to be and how we can design cards to make that a reality. These adjustments have been in the works for a while, and we will soon start to see sets released where those learnings are incorporated. Thank you. Pioneer. I don't know about any other format, so I will not be talking about it. Fantastic Car has been banned and restricted, which is fine. If you don't know the card, when you cast non-creature spell, you may have the Fantastic Car become an artifact creature until end of turn, but whenever you cast your 4th non-creature spell each turn, you may sacrifice a Fantastic Car and put 4 colorless construct artifact creature tokens flying and haste on the battlefield. That means you get 16 damage. To bring this out on turn like 1 in Vintage, like you play this on turn 1 with, what's it called? Black Lotus. You sacrifice the Black Lotus, you play the Fantastic Car, and this is just out of my head. I haven't even like looked at any of those decks. You have the Fantastic Car down now, which is your 2nd non-creature spell this turn. Now you play like Mishra's Bauble twice, bam, turn 1, you have 16 damage on the battlefield. Goodbye opponent. You didn't even have to play a land. Not a single land. So that is absolutely crazy. So I get why it has been banned and restricted. I don't know if in Legacy or Vintage, if these are exactly the same ban lists or whatever. I think one of them has no ban list whatsoever, only restricted lists. So whatever. Pauper, no changes. Alchemy, no changes. Historic, no changes. Timeless, no changes. Brawl, no changes. Competitive Brawl, no changes. To the team of Wizards of the Coast, thank you very much. It is not easy to admit defeat. Or a mistake, but you did it, and you did it good. I'm very proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is all I have to say. So yeah, I will be uploading this ahead of time to the usual schedule, so thank you also very freaking much. Huge shout out to all of my patrons and members. I hope you understand that I will be just uploading this as fast as I can so that I get the most out of it. And yeah, Thank you also very freaking much. I will be on Summer Breeze, so the videos that will be coming out tomorrow might be very late, if even tomorrow, but then I will be recording in a hotel room together with Solaris will be streaming, so we will see how that works out. It can only be terrible, but a good terrible. So thank you also very freaking much, and remember, my friend, if you wake up tomorrow morning and see a beautiful, beautiful ban list in Standard, then all of you are pretty freaking sweet. I'm MTG Malone, and I see you all in the Shire.